Getting to my hair goal this year has been my number one priority. And one thing that can actually affect that is hair loss. So I found a way to strengthen my hair and reduce hair loss to be able to grow my hair faster. So I'll be sharing with you the techniques and everything I've been doing to help with my length retention and reduce that hair loss. One very common problem people face with natural hair is our hair breaking, hair loss. Like that's a very common experience everyone has faced, and I've always wondered how can I be able to reduce that? How can I be able to fight this hair loss? Because if you're focused on your length retention and want to reach your hair goals, one thing you should actually try and reduce is hair loss and breakage. So I had to do research and found out certain things that can help to strengthen your hair strands, and that's what I followed very very well for a year now. And with that, I've been able to retain so much length. So I'll be going through everything I did in the past year and a half that has helped to strengthen my hair and improve my length retention, because it's very important that you understand this, especially if you want to reach your hair goals. With the curly nature of our hair, it's very easy for hair to get tangles and knots, so it's very important that you follow these steps. And also remember, gentle detangling is very very important, which I'm also going to talk about more in this video. The first thing I'm going to talk about is treatment. Treatment has played a major role in me reducing my hair loss and strengthening my hair strands. So I have fine hair, so it's very important that I take steps that would help to protect my hair and actually help me to reach my hair goals. And treatment has been one major thing that has really played a very very important role in my length retention and hair journey. So when it comes to treatment, it's important that you find treatments that would work well for you and not using every single treatment you find. So when it comes to my oils, I like making my own herbal oil myself, and I infuse it with different herbs like fenugreek, moringa powder, chepe powder, rosemary, cloves. Like there are so many herbs I use in this particular oil, and all of them play a major role in strengthening, improving my hair, and just creating a good environment for hair growth. It's very important that you create a good environment for hair growth, and these herbs just help so much. So I love to do a hot oil treatment which has so much benefits. I'm going to link a more detailed video on this. Another treatment I include in my routine is hair rinse. Like I have two particular hair rinse I use on my hair, and this has helped my hair so much. When it comes to hair rinse, you can use it in your wash day routine, in your moisture routine, or you can just spray it on your hair as a leave-in. So when it comes to my hair rinse, I have two particular hair rinse I use. The first one includes fenugreek, rosemary and cloves, and the next hair rinse is hibiscus plant, rosemary and cloves. I've been very consistent with my hair rinse, and it has definitely showed in my hair. My hair is so much stronger, and I've been able to reduce my hair. Like I said, I include my hair rinse in my moisture and wash day routine, and I use this once every week. One thing I would recommend when you're using your hair rinse is incorporating it with your deep conditioning process. I find this process or this step very helpful because I'm able to get the benefit from deep conditioning, and also my cuticles are open, so I also get the benefits from my hair rinse, and you will be able to get all that benefit absorbed into your hair. And I think that's the best way to use it. You can also use your hair rinse as a spray, just spray it on your hair and just let that sit in for a little while, then you rinse it out. So these are the ways I've been able to incorporate my hair rinse in my routine. So in summary, I would say do not underestimate the power of treatment. Trust me when I say that incorporating treatment in my routine totally changed my hair. I would say do research on all the herbs that you want to include in your routine, because most times all these herbs, they do the same thing. So finding specific herbs that will meet your hair needs is very very important, and try treatments in your hair care routine. Moving over to another very very important discussion, which is your moisture. Moisture is very important when it comes to the health and growth of your natural hair. Without moisture, your hair would constantly be breaking and you wouldn't get to your hair goals. So it's very important for you to understand your moisture and know why you need to use certain products for your hair. When it comes to moisture, porosity is a discussion that would always come up. So it's best you understand which type of hair porosity you fall under so that you can pick the right products for your hair. One thing I've noticed is that when it comes to my moisture routine, I've been consistent with it and making sure my hair isn't dry. When your hair is kept in a dry state, you will develop split ends, which can cause your hair to break and to cause your hair strands to be weakened. So you're trying to combat this just by keeping up with your routine. Layering your product is one way to have a good and solid moisture routine. And for my layering process, I love to do the LOC method, which is the liquid, oil and cream. For my liquid aspect, I always go in with my treatment and my deep conditioner to deep condition. Having high porosity hair means that my hair absorbs moisture but doesn't retain it. So any added moisture I can add to my routine is a plus, and that's why I deep condition and also incorporate my treatment just to strengthen my hair. After that step, I like to go in with my leave-in conditioner. I only apply this to the length of my hair. When it comes to your oils, I love to use herbal oil or any form of oil that is lightweight so that I can lock up the moisture on my scalp. And this is the step I take to make sure my scalp is kept moisturized and not dry, because it's very important to do that so that your hair doesn't start breaking off. So this is the reason why I do not apply my leave-in conditioner directly to my scalp, to avoid build-ups and clogging up my pores. So the next step I go in with is my shea butter. This is for my cream step. So this is the last step in my routine. This is a very thick butter, so I only apply to the length of my hair to make sure that my ends are moisturized and the moisture is locked into my hair. One very important and key factor to this whole moisture thing is keeping your ends moisturized. They are the oldest part of your hair and they are the most fragile, and if anything wants to happen to your hair, they start developing from your ends, because it's your ends that will develop split ends and start breaking off. So it's very important that you lock in that moisture. So the LOC method works so well for me. That is good. That is why it's very important to know how to layer your product so that you can get the best from your moisture routine. The last thing I'm going to talk about is hairstyle. If you want to experience the worst breakage and damage to your hair, just pick the wrong protective hairstyle. When I tell you that I've not been able to reach my hair goals for so many years because I was doing this very common mistake. I was using the wrong protective hairstyle for my hair. It's a very easy thing to understand and a very hard thing for you to stop. So for me, I actually had to cut off braids from my hair. Like, I couldn't add extensions to my hair anymore, and it's something I had to do to be able to get a healthier and stronger hair. So if you're picking the wrong protective hairstyle for yourself and you notice that your hair doesn't like it, your hair is constantly breaking off, please just stop it. I've been able to retain more length I have ever done in being natural all my life just by cutting off extensions. When I cut off extensions, it's been a year plus now, and my hair has been growing so much. My hair is thriving, it's doing so well. Like, I love how my hair is doing now, and I've noticed that my strands are much stronger and my hair is like, I've been able to reduce hair loss. The breakage you get from doing a wrong protective hairstyle, I've been able to stop that. So I'm going to help you understand how to pick the right protective hairstyle for your type of hair. So the first thing is to understand what type of hair you have, whether you have fine hair, whether you have thick hair, or whether you have medium hair strands. So it's very important that you understand this. I had to find out that I had fine hair, and once I figured out I had fine hair, it really understood so many questions I had regarding protective hairstyles, because most people would say protective hairstyles are growing their hair, and I always experienced the opposite. My hair was constantly breaking and I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. So when I finally understood I had fine hair, it helped me to pick the right protective hairstyle and also the right hair care routine for my type of hair. When it comes to fine hair, I would actually explain fine hair better because it also applies to you having thick or medium hair strands. There are certain things that you need to understand when it comes to picking the right protective hairstyle for your hair. The first thing is going for tension-free hairstyles. I found out that any form of hairstyles I'm installing on my hair, if it has too much tension on my scalp, it's usually the first mistake I'm making because it would cause my hair to break so much when I'm taking it down. I would say go for tension-free hairstyles, and hairstyles are not complicated to install. You need to make sure that whatever hairstyle you're doing doesn't cause your hair to break. If it's too much manipulation on your scalp, on your hair, it will lead to your hair breaking, and that's so much hair loss. So I would say go for simple hairstyles that are easy to do and can be straight to the point. Your installation process, you need to make sure that whoever you're trusting with your hair understands your hair goals and how to be careful with your hair. When it comes to natural hair, you have to be very careful. And when I say that you go for tension-free hairstyle, that doesn't mean you cannot be creative with your hairstyle. Natural hair is still fun. There are so many ways you can style your hair, so many hairstyles you can do. And I've come up with a few hairstyles on my channel. You can check that out, and I'll be able to link those videos for you to check out, because I've come up with a couple of cute hairstyles that are natural hair friendly and gets the job done. Also go for lightweight protective hairstyles. Any extra weight or added weight to your hair, especially if you have fine hair, can cause your hair to snap and break, and that's one thing you want to avoid. Another final thing I would say is learn how to do your hair yourself. It's very important that you learn how to make your hair, and practice makes perfect. I was never good with my hair until I practiced, and finally I was able to make my hair myself. To a certain point I can take it out. So never say you cannot make your hair yourself if you've not practiced. Last thing you can also do is that if your hair is not good looking, you can always throw on a wig or wear a scarf. Practice makes perfect, so practice your hair. I would say hairstyles play a major role in reducing hair loss and strengthening your hair strands. So make sure you're picking the right protective hairstyle for yourself, which is very, very important. This past year and a half, I've seen my hair change so much, like my length retention has been the best ever. I decided to take this step in being intentional with my hair. Cutting off braids in my routine has been so hard, but I've found ways to be able to make my natural hair fun, and seeing the progress and result is what is actually keeping me motivated. So I also started a 3 months challenge on my channel where I keep my protective hairstyle for 3 months, document how to take care of your hair, the treatment, the steps, every single thing I'm doing to my hair at this time, and it has really benefited my community. We've been able to see results, improve our length retention, because that has been the goal, is improving your length retention. So if you want to get more information on this, I would say subscribe so you get updated on all my videos. And if you have any further questions concerning any issues you have, you can leave that in the comment section. So I really hope this video was helpful for you, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Love you guys, and bye.